Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. Heavy rain and isolated severe thunderstorms may continue to bring flash flood and urban flooding into the northern mid-Atlantic and southern New England. Isolated dry thunderstorms will continue to bring a fire weather threat to the northwestern Great Basin. Closer to home, decreasing moisture is going to lead to lower coverage and low flash flood potential through the weekend. Isolated thunderstorms every day, but mainly over the mountains. Temperatures are going to gradually warm to around 100 by Monday. We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
Roadblocks are subject to change without notice. Highway 70, Highway 380, Highway 54, Owen Road, Nike Avenue, and War Highway are scheduled to remain open all day.
U.S. Representative Gabe Vasquez visited the Otero County Processing Center on Wednesday to get insight into how ICE is treating detainees using taxpayer funds. During this visit, the congressman met with ICE representatives and private contractor staff and was given a tour of the facility and urged the need for consistent, independent oversight to ensure taxpayer-funded detention centers uphold basic standards of care and human dignity. The congressman's office says he was not permitted to speak with detained individuals, a restriction which faculty staff stated was due to changing policies. His office says Vasquez had submitted the privacy forms beforehand. During his visit, he says he encountered ICE representatives who were unwilling and unable to give him clear and straightforward answers to questions regarding their treatment of the detainees. Telephones, which detained individuals rely on to speak with legal counsel and loved ones, were broken. Toilets would not flush, and he claims accounts of the facility's history of an understaffed medical team. The village of Tularosa will not return to normal with regards to water use as previously believed today. We heard from Mayor Debbie Cooksey.
It's getting better. On Monday, we're going to go back to normal watering.
You can see the Village of Tularosa Facebook page for more details. FEMA Public Assistance provides grants to state, local, tribal, and territorial governments and certain types of private nonprofits, such as houses of worship, hospitals, and academic institutions, so communities can quickly respond to and recover from major disasters or emergencies. Lincoln County was designated eligible for FEMA Public Assistance funding for debris removal and emergency protective measures under the Major Disaster Declaration approved for the severe storms, flooding, and landslides that began in June. According to a news release from FEMA, to qualify for a grant, state agencies and private nonprofit organizations must submit projects that are authorized, well-documented, necessary, and reasonable. Prospective applicants can contact their county's emergency manager to begin the process. The deadline to submit a request for public assistance is August 21st. Animal Village NM is launching the Jewels of the Heart auction this Friday. We heard from Sonny Harris.
Friday, August 1st at 9 a.m. and it ends Friday, August 8th at 5 p.m. Jewels of the Heart auction. And every winning bid supports life-saving surgeries that protect families and pets. Visit animalvillagenm.org to provide information for you and your friends about the auction and make a difference right now.
Animalvillagenm.org for details. This Saturday will be the La Luz Ag Market.
From 10:30 a.m. until we're sold out. Whether you're looking for immune-boosting elderberry, delicious local honey, or just want to visit all the adorable animals, we've got it all at the La Luz Agricultural Market.
Olivia speaking with Crazy Radio. The event is Saturday morning between the two pistachio farms. Well, today is Friday. That means we get a cat chat from Kitty City.
This is Kathy Denton with Kitty City, and welcome to this week's edition of Cat Chat and a walk on the wild side. But first, a huge and loud thank you to everyone in Alamogordo and the surrounding areas who supported the Kitty City yard sale this past weekend. It was a huge success, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your generosity for the kitties. The Kitty City Adoption Building has had some wild animals running around. A jaguar has been spotted in one of the rooms. He is joyfully prancing around the entire room and stopping to say hi and make friends with the other furry creatures in that room. Actually, Jaguar is a beautiful black kitty who likes everyone and everything. He is only slightly over a year old and plays like a kitten. Jaguar's standout feature is his large, gorgeous gold eyes. He is slightly small in stature, which helps him in zooming around his room even more adeptly. Jaguar is super friendly and a sweetheart. He enjoys making friends with the other cats and also with visitors. So when you visit Kitty City, there is no need to be wary of this lovable black Jaguar. Another wild animal spotted at Kitty City is Kodiak bear. But like Jaguar, don't be alarmed about this little bear. Kodiak is the cutest little kitty bear you ever saw. Kodiak has black-brown fur resembling a Havana brown. He is 3.5 months old. Once shy and reserved, this little guy has come into his own and now loves attention, affection, and being picked up, held, and cuddled. With everyone in Kitty City making a fuss over him, he has become a social butterfly. Kodiak looks like a baby bear and has bear claws. One would think Kitty City is attracting seedy characters because we have also spotted a four-legged bandit in the room known as Meow Manor. But this bandit does not want to make any trouble. He is not an outlaw, and his only gang is a handful of innocent-looking kitties in his room. Bandit is a bit shy and timid until he gets to know you. Then watch out. He is going to want your attention and be your best friend. People he knows and is comfortable with can pick him up and place him on their lap. Then that's when the petting begins. So does the purring. Handsome Bandit is 6.5 years old, black and white short-haired cat. He does have a black mask, but this mask is of the furry kind. So rest assured, we don't have any real wild animals or a bandit hanging out at Kitty City, just a bunch of very nice and entertaining kitties. Come visit us at 56 Stanley Ranch Road to see our bandit and wild animals in their habitat. Kitty City is open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon, and this week's kittens are waiting for you to be their forever friend. Or visit our website at www.kittycitynm.com to see our cats and kittens that need a forever family. Tomorrow, Saturday, August 2, Kitty City will have their adoption event at the White Sands Mall from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The summer special will continue with 2 cats or kittens for the price of 1, and Alamogordo Animal Control will be featuring their hashtag Free Furry Friends, which are dogs whose all fees are paid. This has been Kathy Denton with Kitty City and this week's edition of Cat Chat. I'm Kathy Denton, and I'll be talking with you next week from Kitty City. Kitty City and you. No one loves them better.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Hi, it's me, here to tell you about AlamogordoTownNews.org. This is Otero County's #1 source for local news, sports, and community. Quite frankly, AlamogordoTownNews.org is the Big Lies news service online. AlamogordoTownNews.org is a Second Life Media affiliated company.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
We asked parents to share their journey of adopting teens.
They changed who I am because I can't see life without them in it.
Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Joseph Gonzalez has been accused of a fatal 2022 Albuquerque shooting and was found guilty in court yesterday of second-degree murder. Gonzalez shot and killed Abner Antillion after a confrontation that turned into a shooting, which was caught on surveillance cameras. A trial last year ended with a hung jury in that case. Police in Juarez report finding a man on a bicycle with a cache of a dozen pieces or more of U.S. border wall. On Wednesday, Chihuahua State Police approached the cyclist in a sparsely populated area of Juarez across the border from Santa Teresa, where smugglers in the past have cut holes hundreds of times in mesh fencing at the U.S.-Mexico border. The man had accumulated several pieces of steel mesh in the brush along the Mexican highway leading to Santa Teresa. The mesh had been previously pre-cut with metal saws or welding equipment and left in place, which is a common tactic used by smugglers who later returned with a truckload of migrants, pull the mesh out, let them through, and put it back. The cyclist told police he was out collecting cans near the border to sell them to a recycler and just happened to find the mesh lying around. He denied cutting it. Police said he did not carry any cutting tools, so he could not be charged with vandalism, and he did not have a vehicle to transport that metal, so he couldn't be charged with stealing. The Western New Mexico University Board of Regents acknowledged they made a mistake by awarding former President Joseph Shepard a $1.9 million severance package. That should read, they got caught. Shepard resigned from his position after facing criticism over alleged misuse of university funds. Those accusations included lavish spending on furniture, a family wedding, and international trips. An agreement on terms were reached in December 2024, which ended Shepard's tenure on January 15th of this year. The WNMU Board of Regents said the agreement was invalid due to not complying with the New Mexico Open Meetings Act 2 WNMU Board of Regents members resigned ahead of his planned severance payout set to happen before mid-January, and those decisions came after Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham called for an immediate resignation of the entire board following their support of the severance package.
We've been dissatisfied for more than a year. We've called on them to do right by the public and the institution. They did not. I had lost all faith in any of the regents to be able to, as a collective, do right by New Mexicans at that university. And the best way to assure accountability is for me to have a new group of appointed leaders who understand that they must do that.
The governor speaking with KOAT. In response to the planned payout, Attorney General Raul Torres filed an emergency restraining order in January. Shepard initially refused to turn over the severance payout after the lawsuit was filed. The New Mexico Ethics Commission filed a lawsuit against Shepard accusing him of violating the Governmental Conduct Act in June. Shepard was also accused of misusing funds intended for a ramp and walkway compliant with the American Disabilities Act. That money allegedly went toward his daughter's wedding. The expected largest immigration detention facility in the U.S. at Fort Bliss could begin receiving detainees as early as today. That's 2 years before its completion date. That was revealed during a virtual press briefing on Wednesday. The Trump administration has announced that the detention facilities going up across the country would be used to house undocumented immigrants who enter the U.S. illegally before they're deported back to their home nations. Well, today is Friday. Time to check in with Christy and find out where the fish are biting.
I'm Christy Lepis here on Crazy Radio, and it's time now to see where the fish are biting. At Bill Evans Lake, fishing for catfish was slow to fare when using Joe's flies and Panther Martin spinners. Bonita Lake, fishing for trout was very good when using rainbow power bait. Caballo Lake, fishing for white bass was fair to good when using shad, shallow diving minnows, and worms. Carlsbad Municipal Lake, fishing for catfish was slow when using worms. Chaparral Park Lake, fishing for catfish was fair to good when using cut chicken breasts covered in Kool-Aid. Elephant Butte Lake, fishing for white bass was very good when using white shad lures. Fishing for catfish was very good when using live bait. Fishing for smallmouth bass was good when using night crawlers. Estancia Park Lake, fishing for trout and perch was fair to good, and fishing for largemouth bass was slow when using worms. Green Acres Lake, fishing for catfish was fair to good when using shrimp. Grindstone Reservoir, fishing for catfish was slow to fair when using white trout bait. Lake Van, fishing for catfish was slow when using worms. The Hondo and Pecos rivers are just some of the area waters that were stocked this week. And our catch of the week is, drumroll please, Angelina Molinar caught her first trout using rainbow power bait at Bonita Lake. That's it for this week. Join us next week as we tell you the fishing hotspots and what they are biting on. For Crazy Radio, I'm Christy Lepis, reminding you to take your family fishing.
Every summer, it happens, again and again. A parent steps away for just a minute, but that minute can turn deadly. On a hot day, the temperature inside a parked car can soar by 20 degrees in just 10 minutes. Even with the windows cracked, the heat builds fast, becoming a deadly trap for a child. Children's bodies heat up 3 to 5 times faster than adults. Heat stroke can begin when a child's body reaches 104 degrees. At 107 degrees, it can be fatal. Last year alone, 24 children died in the U.S. from being left in hot cars. Each one preventable. Never leave a child in a vehicle, not even for a minute. Look before you lock. This message is brought to you by the Alamogordo Fire Department and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Protect kids, prevent tragedy.
Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for mostly sunny skies. There's a 30% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 92. Low tonight of 70. High tomorrow, 94 degrees. In Cloudcroft, partly sunny skies today with a 40% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts between a quarter to a half inch expected. Mostly clear tonight, sunny tomorrow with a 20% chance of showers and storms. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 71. Low tonight of 50. High tomorrow, 73 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. Enjoy your weekend.